Hello and welcome. It is Sunday, it is afternoon, and Sako and I are here live at Imaginarium Convention. Doc is home resting his knee, and we are coming to you an hour earlier than normal because we want to join people for dinner, and they're going to bail if we wait till 6:30.
Yeah,
So, yeah, let's talk about our Imaginarium. How's yours been?
mine was full of belly dancing. I was the belly dancer at the banquet dinner and also at the Friday night performances. And so it was a lot of taking care of my body during the day and then dancing my butt off at night. And the after parties are worth it to me.
Let me make sure they can hear us okay. I'm just
Yeah.
because we're not hearing our own audio, obviously. Um, for me, I've been having a great convention. I walked in, and before I made it to my room, I ran into 10 people, and six of them were good friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andy. Um, and I was on two panels. I thought I was going to be helping out with the Slush Fest, but they had too many volunteers. But they have me on the list for next year. So I'm very excited about that. I also slipped into pitching an agent, and they requested my first couple chapters. So fingers crossed. So I'm very excited about that. My panels went really well. Although the first one, I ended up being an impromptu moderator because the moderator didn't show. And the second one, our moderator and the
Sure.
guest of honor who was on our panel were both half an hour late because they thought it started half an hour later because it was at 11:30 on a Sunday morning. So I can't blame them there. Um, yeah. I took a lot of notes from the Slush Fest, in which they read first pages, and agents and editors raise their hands when they would stop reading and explain why. And so I'm going to make a blog post about that one. And obviously, I'm still working on my space fantasy. I'm ready for my red detective to have some issues back home and get into the nitty gritty and hit that climax of the poker game and everything. So that's what I'll be working on today. Are y'all working on projects? I saw from Andy. He said, "Hey folks, fair warning, I am splitting my time between here and the World Cup final. Viva Espanol or España, sorry."
Espanol.
That's a language, not a location.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty tired. It's been a long weekend, a great weekend, but a long weekend. So, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Big yawn.
Big yawns.
So, did you tell them what you were working on? I know you told
I
me.
am
Okay.
not. Okay, so I couldn't come up with a subject. I mean, I could talk about my Imaginarium, but I think I'm going to keep a lot of that under wraps. Um, so no Substack this week, but Pops. So I'm working on animated comics, and I've got a couple of screens that I'm trying to finish, and I might be done this week,
Ooh,
this coming week, when I do the text and stuff when I get home.
sure. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I mentioned that I was maybe working on a blog post and maybe working on my detective. I might also be uploading photos from the convention, so we'll see.
You
We'll
will
see.
see.
So yeah. What do you say we just slide into our first sprint?
I think that sounds great.
Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and get. Catechus will be getting his gushy food tomorrow because Mama's not home, and it's okay if it slips one day. So he'll get it tomorrow when I get home. He's been fed, he's been taken care of, he's been watered. Somebody went over and snuggled him while I was gone. But I have not forgotten my kitty. Today is actually the fifth anniversary of his gotcha day. It's his fifth gotcha day.
Oh,
So like shout out to Catechus. He might get double gushy food.
double gushy
Probably
food.
not, because then he'll start demanding gushy food every hour on the hour.
Oh. Mm,
So, but he will get treats and love and lap time. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started in a three, two, one. Boom, chaka laka laka. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And we're back. How was your sprint?
Uh, I am so tired.
I hear you.
My next sprint might end up being a nap.
Oh, fair enough. So, give me just a second. I realized the headphones are going through my microphone, which does not have a headphone plugged in. So, but I saw. Can you describe for the people what you're working on, what the image is? Because
I
it's cool.
I am working on a squad of military or spec ops or whatever they are, going against a new zombie
Yeah, that's
in the
awesome.
middle of the street on Wilson Boulevard.
Yeah, yeah. So, I spent that sprint. I started off by going through the photos I took so far of the convention and cleaning them up, getting rid of duplicates. And then I opened up my blog. Remember, I have one of those, and these are the notes I took from the first pages event. So I was trying to mark them down as things to watch out for in your opening pages so that you can keep the agents reading, which, as we all know, is one of the most critical thing an author can do is to keep them reading.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah, I could use it out too.
Holy cow.
So I was gonna say something. I had words and everything. So yeah, that's what I you did for my sprint. Oh, I do have some snacks with me today. I have the multi pack of Snickers. Oop, there you go. It's got the peanut butter ones, the almond ones, and the regular ones.
Can I have an almond one?
Of course. Here you go.
Thank you.
And I have not broken into it yet, but I have been eyeing it. I got some Boom Chica Pop of the kettle corn variety because I like my sweet with my salty
Mm-hmm.
because that's how I roll. Oh, it's been a long weekend.
It's
Uh,
been a very long weekend.
although I do have to share, our drive here was about as good as it could have gotten.
Uh-huh.
We left within 15 minutes of our planned start time at 10 a.m. and our original ETA with no traffic, no gas stops or anything was for 6:50 p.m. and we got here at 7:30 and we stopped for gas, we got food, we stretched our legs. So we were quite happy, and despite the skies threatening a few times,
Mm-hmm.
this time we didn't drive through a torrential downpour.
Finally.
Right? This is one of the first times. Although I did look at the storm forecast for tomorrow and I don't think our luck will hold. But fingers crossed. So, but yeah, we've had some treks out here, and this year was pretty good. So
Mm-hmm.
even with my 2012 130,000 mile car going put through the mountains of West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. Andy said that he only got about 100 words or so, and he's blaming Trevor Noah and Joe for being such good commentators.
Oh man.
That's an excellent combination. So
when I get home, I'm looking that up.
yeah. Which team? Do you mind if I ask which team's winning?
Which team I am voting on?
Do you want spoilers? I don't want to. If you're planning on watching later.
Well, I plan on watching later, so please
Okay.
no spoilers.
Okay. That's why I checked.
Yeah.
So, I did do some cosplay this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I entered the costume contest. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago I was going to go as the god Aeolus, as per the Epic the musical version, where it's voiced by a woman, and they've got some character designs and stuff like that. I had a lot of fun with it. I did not even place, but they had me go first, and the DJ didn't realize it, but he'd found the Portuguese version. So nobody knew what the lyrics were, except for one of the judges who was also a fan.
Mm-hmm.
So she knew what I was doing. But I had like the bag and it had ribbons to represent the storm. So it was a lot of fun. And then while the judges were debating and scoring and stuff, he found the real version, so I danced to it. And I had like over 9,000 steps yesterday,
Yeah.
and I kind of hurt. I
I have something similar, maybe a little more because of the dancing.
Right, because you had the two performances. I just danced for like one song, and I am dead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did jam out. We hosted a party in here last night, and for a while, people were passing around the guitar, and so we had some sing-alongs, and I had a lot of fun with that. And I was jamming out to that.
That was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan. As long as that's what the party is feeling. If there's like five people in the corner trying to jam out, and everybody else is like just being loud, then it just gets a little awkward.
Yeah.
So, but it was tons of fun. Everybody who came was delightful, and we might have ended up with more alcohol than we started
Yeah.
with. So um, maybe I can find people, volunteers, to take stuff home. So we will see.
We will see.
Oh no, you're making me yawn.
I am sorry.
It's okay. I'm probably making you yawn.
Erase.
Did I tell you I pitched an agent?
You told me, but you
Okay.
haven't told the populace.
Yeah, one of the agents who was on the First Pages Slush Fest event had to leave a little early to go to a pitch her event. We thought she was saying picture instead of pitch her event,
Oh.
right? And so after the actual panel ended, I went up to the room, I stirred some meatballs and party prepped a little, and I came down, and they were still taking walk-ins. So I was like the second to last person, and I got to pitch my manuscript. Although she did call me out for reading off my phone. It was
Oh.
it was just so I didn't like go blank with the nerves, because I knew what it said.
I do the same
She
thing.
flipped over my phone, and I kept going without even pausing. So she wrote down notes. She's like, "You're the one with the multicolored eyeshadow, so put that in the notes so I'll remember which one you were." So, but she did request my first two chapters. She said she likes about 25 pages or 30, but I said how long my chapters were, and she's like, "Well, I don't want you to stop in the middle of a chapter." So, so yeah, fingers crossed. She said wait a little bit. She needs to recover from the convention and catch up on her work. So
yeah.
not probably in 3 weeks I'll send it.
Cool beans.
So I'm very excited. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes. But I was a little worried about some of the other people there, because one person was like, "Oh yeah, this is what I have, and this is what's going to happen." And I was like, "Wait, did you write it yet?" And they're like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, maybe you should be a little more." Typically, you're not supposed to query an agent until you have a finished manuscript, and even if you do have like a 3-book series, the first book needs to be able to stand on its own. Each book should stand on its own, especially for a debut novelist. Sometimes they won't take the full 3 until they see how the first book does. And so you want to make sure it's a strong offering. You are always only selling one book at a time. Even if fantasy and sci-fi enjoy trilogies. Oh, and she told me even though it's a fairy tale retelling in space, it still qualifies as sci-fi.
Yeah.
So she totally corrected my genre classification. So that will be in my new query letter. It's a space fantasy, though. It has no science. It's just a setting. So, oh, hey, Sear. Sear's here. Hello.
Hey, Sear.
Oh, Sear is writing tonight. Oh, I'd never put Andy on the list. Writing. And World Cup. I'm putting them on the same thing because he's not doing anything for a World Cup other than woo woo.
Yeah.
So, oh, nice. his book and wants to be finished by May of next year. Fingers crossed. Ooh, he's planning to be ready for a literary festival near him next year.
Very cool.
I hope it goes really well. I'm super excited for you. So, okay, well, our timer went off. Are we ready for another sprint?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me put Seer on here with some writing. And whoop, I forgot to hit save. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started then in a 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're back. How was your sprint? Hello.
My sprint was
A doze.
a head down. A head down.
Sure. I checked in with my socials to make sure nothing exciting had happened and that the post went up okay. I double checked the draft of the blog post and tweaked it just a little. And I opened my document. So last week I was working on my story just before I was packing up to come here. And I realized that I was having my ships. I was like, hey, I want to get there faster. Oh, look, a courier ship is going to travel so much faster than like a big station. And then I did the math. Uh, Apparently, to have a 3-to-1 ratio of space time versus skip time, so the people in the Aether stream going super fast, um, you need to be at 94% the speed of light. And to go twice that speed, you need to be at 98.6% the speed of light. And therefore, you end up arriving um, zero sorry, point zero what 46% faster for the people outside the ship. Although you, so it's 2 weeks for you, and it's 6 weeks for them, and for the other people it's a month, and for you, and um yeah, yeah, the outside time changes by like a couple hours. So while it saves the traveler time, it does not actually get you there any faster because we're already past 90% the speed of light. Um, but I was telling Sako on the way here, um, I'm just giving relative physics an up nod across the room. We're not getting tight or anything. I'm still going to wiggle my fingers and use the word quantum entanglement or something, and my messages are going to travel um, uh, for every month that it takes to get there physically. It will take a day for the message to get there because I would like my data to travel faster. So there you have it. Or
Yeah.
weeks, maybe it's weeks. Let me look at my spreadsheet. I think it's weeks faster. So uh popping into the comments, Andy swung by to say hi. And and uh and that was published with Andy. Erdith Andy just wants to give you a blanket.
I want a blanket.
So, ooh, Seer got 171 words. Says he's a little rusty. It's sometimes it's slow going when you're just starting because you've got some world building and stuff you have to think through. So I totally get that. And Andy got 277 words because he's Andy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I hear you, Seer, on being a little rusty. So so yeah, it sounds like it was a really good sprint for most of us. And I definitely had some long blinks that were maybe not Sako length long blinks, but oh, it's been a very good weekend, but it's been a very busy weekend. So, um, how has y'all's week been? What have y'all been up to?
What have you been up to?
Right? Oh. And Sako is also my hero for turning down the AC. It was warm, and then I sat here for a while without running around, and it got colder. So I'm very bad at temperature regulation. If I'm moving around, I get hot. If I'm sitting still, I get cold. So I've been accused of only tangentially being a mammal. And that, yes, I'm not cold blooded, but I'm not great at maintaining a temperature. So what you gonna do? Layers. The answer is layers.
The
So
answer is layers.
my sprint snack was one of the peanut butter Snickers bars, and I think y'all saw me hand Sako her almond one. I am working on hydrate or dihydrate.
And I'm my friend called it the hair of the dog because I drank quite a bit yesterday, but I woke up this morning a spring chicken. So I'm having a cider
I,
along with my
however,
stuff.
am not a spring chicken. Did I tell you I took drugs from a stranger? I went up to a friend who I know enough to say hi in the hallways, right? And I was like, hey, she asked how I was doing, and I said, do you have any Advil? And she didn't, but the lady standing next to her did. So she gave me her last three Advil, and then I introduced myself after I took the meds.
Mm-hmm.
So here am I. But like I recognized them. They were the right color, the right shape, the right like
Yeah.
I wasn't just taking random street drugs.
I was about to say
Does that seem like a thing a Morgan would do?
no,
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
So if that is you, no judgment, but know the quality of people you hang out with before you start taking pocket drugs.
Yeah.
My usual day has somewhere between 600 and 3,000 steps, and I got over 9,000 yesterday, and I'm a little sore. A little sore. Although I definitely took a hot shower before bed, partially because I was sore, and partially because I was entirely covered in body glitter. And I don't hate the hotel staff that much. So, oh, hey, Sear got a nice descriptive sentence in that he really liked. I love when that happens.
I love when that happens.
Yeah.
If I write prose that moves even me,
Yeah.
then I'm like, yes.
100%. 100%. So he's claiming 171 is a triumph. Definitely. There's some sentences that like I just stick on until I try and, stick the landing gymnast style, right? And those are the ones I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that. Yeah.
So I like reading on Kindle on my phone, and I like Kindle because it allows you to highlight certain things and annotate certain things
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I do that with prose that I really like.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
So like, and then I send like screen caps of like the highlighted annotations to like the authors.
Aww.
Like these are the prose that I really liked.
I should do more of that. Mostly I screen capture things that amuse me in the books I'm reading, and I toss it in. I have a Facebook group for popcorn books, so for light fluffy stuff.
Sure.
So I just finished a book where there were a couple plot holes, but the writing was very overstated and dramatic, but the analogies were just so hilarious to me. And all of the dialogue was snark. So I was like in it for all like 400 whatever pages. Because I just like, I mean, it was insta love and lust at least, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really, I enjoyed the read, even if I could do some edits. So, yep, Andy's like, take your victories where you can get them. Yeah. And Sears like, it's cold, coaxed him from lethargy, an icy kiss to wakefulness. So, I'm assuming it got cold, and he's like, "Whoo, okay, I'm awake now." That's
kind of the vibe that I'm getting to.
Only
it's a clunky sentence, but I think with some tweaking, it could really flow beautifully.
And it depends where it is in the sentence or the
That
paragraph.
In the paragraph,
Yeah, because it might just connect to
mm-hmm.
nicely. And there's our time. Okay, are we ready for another sprint?
We are ready.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started then in three, two, one. Chakalaka. And we're back. Hello and welcome. While we were on Sprint, Moon and Amanda swung by in person to eat cookies. And I realized what I really need is a timeline, not just an order of events, so that I can make sure that the messages are being sent and arriving as quickly as there should be, and the travel takes the correct amount of time, because I would like to be internally consistent. Because you can make up all the rules you want in fantasy or sci fi, but you have to be internally consistent, unless the name of the game is like chaos magic or whatever. So, how was your sprint, Sako?
My sprint, I don't even know how my sprint was. Like, most of it was spent talking with Moon and Amanda, I think.
And we pulled out the hell of a dip.
Mainlining hell of a good and
Ruffles. Yeah. I prefer the ruffles because the ridges provide structural integrity for dipping purposes. So, yeah, definitely mainlining it. Hashtag not sponsored. Although, if Hellevote would like to sponsor me, A, totally down for that. And B, did I tell y'all that some friends of mine have a thing we call Hell of a Night, where we watch Hell of a Boss while eating Hell of a Dip with things dipped in it, like veggies and chips and whatever. We're easily amused. It's a thing. So, oh, Andy's like, hey, all distracted by World Cup. Well, I hope your team did good stuff. We're not doing spoilers for Saku's sake.
Yes, please not to be spoiling the game.
So,
and here's hoping I can avoid spoilers until tomorrow night.
Well, there will be no spoilers in our car, so
yeah.
Social media, that's up to you. Hopefully the bag rustling isn't getting picked up too bad by the microphone.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't.
Sorry, people. Me neither. My hand was in the bag and I was like, oh. Because I don't know about this type of microphone, but I know that cell phone microphones half the time think that anything rustling, like opening a bag or something within arm's reach of the phone, is way more exciting than anything someone could say or music or anything else. Rustling noises, totally where it's at. So you're focusing on pops for this 12-week year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I might make it.
Ooh.
I might make it.
Okay. What does make it mean? I don't know.
Okay, so I am about 90% through with this reel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm drawing the last 3 frames, and then I'll do letterboxes,
Sure,
and dialogue bubbles and stuff like that, and then I'll animate it.
Okay. I know very little about animation. I did take a graphics class in college, and our level of animation was based on linear algebra, where you have things move based on the matrix.
Yes.
Math.
Yes.
And one of the most hilarious things to a software engineer, maybe not real people, is that they had default shapes like spheres and cones and a teapot, which was a very complex shape, but that was like one of the things that was in the library. And so for my final, I had a wintry scene with a snowman in the middle and some trees. And so, like, I copied the trees and made them different sizes and flipped them around to show I could do that math bit. And then I had a tea kettle over the over the snowman, and it slowly tipped, and then the snowman melted. So that's all I've ever done with animation, and that's fun. A long time ago.
Yeah,
but it was adorable.
Super cool.
Or at least to me it was. I mean, my bar is pretty low, and I graduated. Sorry, I finished most of my finals. I turned everything in. I was still studying, and my desktop died, so I don't have any of that anymore, and haven't for a long time. So, stretch break.
Stretch break sounds great.
We can see how awake Sako is. Took a moment, like, wait, what?
Stretch break.
Right?
I've been stretching a lot while I've been here, taking care of my body and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you said stretch, and I'm like, maybe if I got on the bed and
The arm thing I do separates the shoulder blades, which is a nice
yeah.
key one. So. If Morgan ever sits still for more than 10 minutes without stretching something, she is probably unconscious or drugged. There's my sternum pop. I hadn't done it yet today, so it was time. My chiropractor said it was okay. I have a doctor's note for popping my sternum. Because that's how I roll.
Yeah.
So I know we're going up against the World Cup, so. Oh, wait, we're stopping at 5:30, so we have 9 minutes left. Do we just want to chat? What do we want to do? Okay.
Let us chat.
Yeah. So we talked through your performance. You said you danced. Did you tell them how it went?
I thought that they went pretty well.
Yay. I saw the Friday night one.
Yeah, Friday night was 20 minutes of me and my friend Jen. We did a duet. And
it was adorable. I have pictures on my Facebook, and I will be putting them on my Insta. So.
And considering we had 2 rehearsals before we went live, like, I thought we did great.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do have one piece of feedback.
Sure.
I could see you counting your steps. You had the focus face on.
I wasn't counting.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You looked very focused then.
I probably was. And then Saturday, I had a 10-minute solo.
Woo!
3 songs back to back, which went really well. It took 40 minutes for my temperature to regulate.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see all my friends in the back,
cheering you on.
cheering me on.
Yay.
And then people in the door cheering me on.
Sure.
And I had a couple of people in the front who turned around to look at me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made a lot of eye contact. I danced with a bunch of people. And,
yay, that's awesome.
Especially people who were taking video or pictures or whatever.
Sure.
I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah. I love interacting with the crowd.
While I was waiting to go on for the costume contest, I had my ribbons on the stick that I was swirling and playing with. And somebody with kids who were like under 5 came by, and one of them took one look at me and decided I was a princess. I was just like speechless. And I was like, did you want to play with the ribbon? And he did. And her little brother also was playing with it. And because I was cosplaying Aeolus, the god of the wind, I decided they were my new breezes, my little little winds. It was adorable. Like, it was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's adorable.
But Sako was dancing for the awards banquet, the banquet part. The awards went late. And the costume contest is in the same room right after they finish. And so they almost had us do the costume contest in the lobby. They had us all trek over there and line up. And then they're like, oh, wait, the awards are over. And then they had us all trek back. And then they had us talk to the DJ about what song we wanted to do.
Oh.
And they lined it up, and there's the timer. But we've got 5 minutes left, so I don't think we're doing another sprint. Um, and so I think I mentioned I they played the Portuguese version when I came out, but during the judging, they played the English version of Keep Your Friends Close, which is the song from Epic that my character was based on. And I danced for the whole thing, and I am not in shape anymore, and I nearly died. But I did give the ribbon streamers to like two of the other people who were standing up there waiting.
How long was the song?
The song, over 3 minutes, but not like stupid long. YouTube, let's see. Oh. It's the first song on my search results. I wonder why, because I keep bringing it up. 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Hey, 4 minutes when you haven't drilled in like a hot minute.
I was drenched and exhausted. So, but it was a lot of fun. I did feel like, I mean, there's other people up here and they want to do dances too. But, you know, it was nice to be able to present the story that went with the costume.
Yeah, yeah.
So the rest of one of the judges was familiar with the musical, but nobody else was. So context was helpful because, for those who don't know, it's the part in the Odyssey in which Odysseus is given the bag with the storm winds in it, and somebody on the ship opens the bag, and then they're blown off course, and over half the fleet dies, and it's a horrible incident. But we start off with, here's the bag, just keep it closed. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I did not even place, but I had a lot of fun doing it. The people who
I think
won,
it's bold that you didn't play.
the people who won definitely had craftsmanship because they all made their costume. The first place winner was the Dalek, and they had a different top rip away, and they had like a plunger in one hand and a whisk in the other.
Yeah.
It was adorable. The second place was an anime cosplay, who made her own stuff and her own wig and everything like that.
I saw her moving around.
And third place was the Pirates, one of them based on a historical character. And they had a whole skit where like she's looking at the map and he's wandering around, and they both find the treasure chest at the same time, and then she shoots him dead. And it was very cute, and it was based on, you know, historical characters and stuff. So
cool.
So they definitely earned it, but I was sad I didn't place.
Yeah,
So
I'm sad you didn't place.
it's okay. I think everyone enjoyed my costume, even if I wasn't placing. So
Yeah.
because they do craftsmanship, they do presentation, and I forget, creativity or something.
Something like that.
So yeah. Well, we have about 2 minutes left. You want to go ahead and give your outro and tell people who you are and where they can find you?
Howdy, folks. I'm Sako Tumi. I write horror under the name Voit. You can Google Psycho Sako or Sako Tumi, and you will find all of my social media, my Substack, my Blue Sky, my DeviantArt, a bunch of stuff. I've curated my Google search like over the last 15 years. So yeah, drop a line sometime. I would love to hear from you.
Awesome. And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am a blogger, vlogger, and podcaster of writing tips and writerly musings. I've got a new blog post or podcast, coming out this week. And I actually just drafted a blog post, so that might actually happen. I'm trying to only put stuff out when I have content, but I'm trying to make sure it's still existent. You know, it's not a dead website or anything like that. And why is the episode? Okay. And the latest episode was building a subplot. And next week, we're doing writing the sex scene in non-erotic works. So these are notes from professional writers from conventions like this one. So have a great rest of your weekend. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the World Cup, whatever you're working on. And in the meantime, eat snacks. Catch you later. Bye-bye.